trillions could flow through cryptos like Stellar XLM, and Zioncoins could benefit. But how am I deriving at that? How am I coming to that conclusion? Well, first, please like, subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I can keep delivering more and more content like this to you more frequently. Now, with that aside, yes, it's all about the fundamentals. But what is going on right now? We need to drill down. You and me, we need to drill down into this SEC court case and what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, when I say SEC court case, I mean Gemini being taken to court, Coinbase being taken to court, Binance being taken to court, this 2-3 year long court case with Ripple. This is crazy. This is just absolute crazy. Are we seeing the end of cryptos, or are we seeing a swift takeover from the SEC of that whole industry? And is the US government just allowing it to happen? We need to talk about something. There's one company being implemented in all of this, and it's been said that they are the arm for the incumbents. And what do I mean by that? It's being said that this company, Prometheus, is the only one with a license that can sell digital assets that are securities, or deemed securities, that have come into compliance, that have come in and registered with the SEC, with Gray Gensler's regime. It's said that they are an arm for the SEC and the incumbents. I think we need to really take a look at some videos on that and determine exactly what's going on. And what does this mean for Stellar XLM? Is this an issue for Stellar, or isn't it? Nathan, over to you.
This last month, in the middle of the SEC bringing cases on Coinbase, Gemini, and giving the stiff arm to Robinhood and others, Prometheum gets approval for the first of its kind special purpose broker-dealer, SPBD, for digital asset securities.
So oddly, Prometheus CEO gets a seat in front of Congress and starts reading off notes to create their own narrative, essentially.
There has been much discussion lately about the need for greater regulatory clarity for digital assets. The essential point at hand is not about more or less regulation or even new regulation, but rather the application of the existing regulatory frameworks to digital assets. The federal securities laws have been tried and tested for almost 90 years and have allowed the United States to establish the world's most trusted and advanced financial markets. The SEC is by far the most capable financial market regulatory agency in the world. The SEC relies on FINRA, a self-regulatory organization whose mission is market integrity and investor protection, to regulate the securities markets. Together, the SEC and FINRA employ approximately 8,000 employees to oversee these vital securities functions. Put simply, the federal securities laws and oversight from the SEC and FINRA have proven to be the most effective system to protect investors, operate fair and orderly markets, and protect customers' funds and assets.
Prometheum's website says that Prometheum ATS supports, quote, many tokens that mostly trade on crypto exchanges, end quote. I'd like to dig in on that just a little bit. Can Prometheum customers trade in Ether? If your answer is yes, please explain how.
Not currently.
Can Prometheum customers trade in Bitcoin? If your answer is yes, please explain how.
No.
Just for the audience at home's benefit, Ether and Bitcoin make up more than 60% of the digital asset market. Mr. Kaplan, given that either Ether and Bitcoin make up more than 60% of the digital asset market, if the current system is working, why can't your customers trade the most popular and widely used digital assets?
Regulation.
And as pointed out, this ATS absolutely will not work unless the projects first register the tokens with the SEC.
Is this the end of crypto in America?
Hope so, don't think so. But
You hope so.
Yes.
And when people say Prometheum is a wolf in sheep's clothing, those ain't just words.
So on a whole, Prometheus is linked to the SEC. They seem to be the right arm of the SEC for cryptos, pushing cryptos into registering and then registering on them on this website where they can't actually list ordinary cryptos because they can't. It comes under commodities, right? So the CFTC has to give them the guidance and regulation, and with that it's really all over the place because this Prometheus has got links to China, the CPC, and this is where they seem to be getting their finance from, which is obviously not very good when, you know, the SEC are bringing court cases against Coinbase, Gemini, Ripple, all these American companies, pushing them abroad. You know, this is a big deal which needs to be resolved.
That's great, thanks for that, Nathan. And yeah, I mean, it's clear. And when we look at that video, you know, clearly states if you're not like you've not got some sort of banking contracts or money remittance contracts, you know, licenses. And bear in mind, right, that you remember Brian, the previous comptroller of the US, enabled banks to hold cryptos, right? So they haven't got any relationships with those banks that hold the licenses for this money transfer. Then yeah, perhaps those cryptos might fall into that category of securities. But why? I mean, it's still absurd. And really, I think Congress needs to step forward and take over this whole debacle because it is really getting silly. And, you know, Gray Gensler is absolutely, you know, coming forward with overreach. With this Prometheus, no, I'm sorry. It's not on. It's not on. Anyway, I just urge you, right, just outright, okay, you need to watch the documentary that I did, Banking on Bitcoin Revisited. Okay, it's 4 parts, and really I try and delve down into what was happening back then, you know, at the beginning of Bitcoin's journey. You know, we look at quantum computing, we look at AI, we talk about these things, and you know, we sort of come to the present day with this whole thing, all these events that have been unfolding. And I think it's important that we sort of refresh our memories on what's happened in the past and what's going on now, and what important lessons that we can learn from that, so that, you know, we can keep ourselves in check. Do you know what I mean? Keep ourselves in check, right? Because now's the time, if any, to sort of do that, if you know what I'm saying. Not your keys, not your crypto, right? Mark my words. I think it's that time now to sort of think about that, okay? With that aside, let me just say this. It's clear we are at the dawn of a new financial revolution. And this is not just a financial revolution, this is a revolution of the mind. Combined with AI and quantum computing, people, we're coming in to a different world entirely. You know, if you have children, right, their reality growing up, right now, is going to be a different reality, or is a different reality to our reality. Their children's reality growing up is going to be a completely different reality to their reality, okay? And I think we're at the dawn of that. You know, like you get these new industrial revolutions, okay? Massive turning points, all right, in the way that we live our lives as humans. We're at a turning point, a pivot point right now. And I think you need to be paying attention, because this right now is going to determine whether you're on that side or that side, poor side or rich side. Make the decision. I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. Smash the Zion coin up there, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day now.